Well, hello, friends, and welcome back to Naturally Sprigs as I continue setting up my garden for the spring, summer, and summer fall of 2022. So, what I'm doing now is I'm going to be planting some root vegetables a little bit later. I'm just picking up the planter bags that were left um, by the mail carrier. They just literally left it right there. I don't know if it was UPS or Amazon, but either way, that's exactly where they left it. I don't get it. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and open these. These were vacuum sealed, so I couldn't open them by hand. So I have to cut it open and just kind of let the air in as it goes. So, alrighty. So now I'm going to move my soil. I have 3 bags there. Move my soil over from the area you just saw to the middle half of my garden and begin filling them up. It was a little bit of a time getting in here, but we made it. I made it. And these bags are not as heavy as they appear. They're just kind of large. I'm using potting soil actually, and it's not as dense as some of the other soil, so it's quite light. And it has a lot of nutrients and such in there. So, all right. So this is the first one. Just kind of getting things ready. So yeah, I got these wheels. They're rusted, I know, but these are from my grandparents' yard, and I went ahead and snatched those up because I just needed something as to remind myself of where I came from and just a little memory from my childhood. And I said, well, let me go ahead and see if I can make use of these in the garden and perhaps plant some things in there. So my plan here is to plant some basil and, just kind of like a companion plant. So I'm doing it on both sides. Alrighty. I just want to make sure I get all of the areas covered with soil. Alrighty. And now I'm filling my planter bags. These are the ones that I had opened over by the table, or at the table rather. And this is actually my first time using planter bags, or plant bags, or whatever you want to call them, because I found it to be extremely expensive to fill all of these. I would love to have had a raised bed, but it's really expensive. Even if you do fill the bottoms with like leaves and sticks and things, it's a little bit much more than I can afford at this time. Maybe in the future though, we'll see. But yeah, like I said, this is my first time, and I wanted to see how planting root vegetables would turn out this time because my soil is quite dense. It's more of like a clay base, and with having this loose soil that I'm putting in here, I'm expecting good things. So it's the next day, and I'm preparing to plant the Detroit mix beets. So that's just a combination of the red beets that you may see in the grocery store normally, that dark ruby red color. And it's also the yellow ones, which are quite beautiful and actually not as pungent or strong as per se the red ones, or earthy. Beets have more like an earthy flavor to them, and so that's kind of, some people just don't like that flavor, which I understand. So, but the yellow ones aren't as strong. So I'm just planting some more root vegetables here. So in these planters, I'm planting the cosmic purple carrots and I believe it's pronounced Gniff or Gniff. It's Gniff, and it's a purple carrot with the white center. Really pretty. Okay, so I'm just kind of showing you how tiny the seeds are. Carrot seeds are very tiny. I did not realize until I started planting my own. And I'm hoping for a successful year. I did try the last year, and I was not successful at all. And I believe it's because of the soil being so dense. It has to have like a loose soil, like I mentioned before. So you saw me draw kind of like lines in the soil, and that's just so I can plant the seeds kind of like shallow like into the soil. They don't need to go down very much. Okay. And so I'm also planting turnips in here along with the beets, the carrots, and later on you'll see me plant red onions. So I'm just kind of making a line. I made a line down the middle of each section here so that the red onions could be planted down the middle of each. Thanks for watching.